Same again, exercise 12.1, question number 6. This is the data given. The data is like this for two different group. One section A, something about marks, I think. One is for section A, another is for section B. So there are two different data actually, and the question is to draw frequency polygon for both the data in the same graph. So we will have two graphs, in the same graph paper. Okay, two different, one is for section A, one graph will be there, another section B, another graph will be there in the same graph paper in the same page. Okay, so this is the data given. You see, one is for section A, another for section B. Section A frequency given how much? 0 to 10, 3, 10 to 29, then 17, then 12, then 9. Section B corresponding frequency 5, 9, 15, 10 and 11. Now, for frequency polygon, we know we must find out the midpoint. 0 to 10 is midpoint will be 5. It is like, it is 0 plus 10 divided by 2. Then 10 to 20, 10 plus 20 is 30 by 2 is 15. Next will be 25, 35, 45, 45. Same midpoint here also 5. This is the interval. Midpoint is 5, 15, 20 to 30. 20 plus 30 divided by 2 is 25, 35, 45. So we have to draw like before. Midpoint will be along x-axis and frequency is along y-axis. Same here, midpoint is along x, frequency along y. You see the midpoint exactly same. Intervals are same for both the section. You see 0 to 10 up to 40 to 50, 0 to 10. So this intervals exactly same for both the section, and frequency will be along y-axis and midpoint along x-axis. So we are doing plotting in the graph paper. You see. Midpoint along x, you see, this is the graph paper, and horizontal, like exactly before, horizontal is x-axis, vertical is y-axis. Now you see, along x what we are going to draw? Along x we are going to plot the midpoints, or also called class mark. Midpoint lowest is 5, highest is 45. We have to keep here gap. Okay, in frequency polygon, you see we have to join here on x-axis, so we'll keep gap. We'll start from this gap. Lowest is how much? 5. For frequency polygon, you keep a gap and you keep a break here. Okay, like this. Most of the frequency polygon keep a break. It is better. So 5, then 15, then next is 25, 35, 45, 55, 65. 45 is the highest, so this much is enough. Okay, even same frequency, same class mark is here, midpoint. So you will write here, mention here, along x-axis what you are representing? Class mark along x-axis, or you can mention as a frequency midpoint. Class mark is same as midpoint we are representing along x. Now you will mention the scale. You see 5 to 15. 5 to 15 difference how much? 15 minus 5 is 10. 25 to 15, 15 to 25. 25 minus 15 again, how much? The difference is 10. That means 10 smallest division equal to 10 units you are taking. So you will mention here, along x-axis, you are taking 10 smallest division is equal to 10 units. So we have represent along x, mid class interval, okay, class mark, midpoint along x. Now frequency, you will see in both the data, frequency, highest frequency is 19. Highest is 19. Here, this is frequency along, this will give one graph, this will give another graph in the same graph paper. Okay. Now highest is 19, so we have to take along y, frequency in such a way that the highest value scale, we have to take scale along y in such a way that the highest value will accommodate. I think it will be accommodating if we take 1, 1. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 is the highest. I can write up to 20. Okay. Now along y, what we are going to represent? You will mention along y we are going to represent frequency. Frequency along y. Now along y, you see what we are taking. 10 division is 1 unit. 10 division, smallest division, you are taking 1 unit. So you will mention here along y axis 10 smallest division equal to we are taking 1 units. Now we will draw two different graph, one for section A, another for section B. You see frequency here. So for making it clear, for section A, this data for section A, this is for B. So for section A, I will draw with blue ink, okay, with this blue ink. And for section B, I will draw with red ink, so it will be clearly visible. For at 5, you see, first at 5 frequency is 3. At 5 frequency is 3. This is the point 5, 3. I will mention here 5, 3. First number is along x, second number is along y. 5, 3. Okay. At 15 it is 9. At 15 it is 9. So we'll mention here 15, 9. Then at 25 it is 17. At 25, 17, 17, 25 it is 17. So this is the point. We'll mention here it is 25 along x and 17 along y. Then at 35, you see at 35 it is 12. At 35 it is 12. So this is the point 35, 12. At 45 value is 9. At 45 frequency is 9. So this is the point. Along x 45, along y it is 9. Now we can join with scale. Okay, every two consecutive points. First 2 points with scale. Okay, then next join with scale. Next again join with scale. Join with scale. And then you see the left, the first point you will join to the next previous mark. Okay, this is 5, below 5 it should be actually 0. That's why we are keeping a break here. This point is 0. So you will join to the next gap, empty gap, and even this one also you will join to the next empty gap up to at 55 in x-axis. So this is the graph. This is the graph. It is for section A. You can mention here this graph is for section A people. Okay, this is the graph. Now same in the same graph paper we have to draw the graph for section B. I'll draw with red ink, so it will be clearly visible. It will be easy to identify the difference. For section B, drawing with red ink. Okay, when the midpoint is 5, frequency is 5. Okay, so midpoint 5, frequency 5. So this will be the first point 5, 5. I'll write here along x 5, along y also 5. This is the first point. Second point, midpoint 15, frequency 19. At 15 frequency goes to 19. This is the point. Along x 5, along y 19. Second point. Then when frequency 25, midpoint 25, frequency 15. At 25 frequency is 15. This is the point. 25, 15. When the frequency 35, sorry, midpoint 35, frequency 10. At 35, this is 35, frequency 10. This is the point. Sorry, 35. Oh, frequency 35, 25. When it is 25, then 25, 15, correct. Yes, 35, 10. This is the point, 35, 10, correct. Along x 35, along y 10. Then when along x 45, along y only 1. This is the point, 45, 1. Now like before, we have to join every two consecutive point. See the first point with scale. Okay, you will join with the second point. So this is the first line segment between first and second point. Then next 2 points we will join. Next 2 points we will join. The next 2 points we will join again. Okay. Then exactly like before, the first point we will join to the next mark. You will join with straight line. Okay. and the last point you will join also to the next mark. So this is the red graph, it is for section B. So this is how we draw frequency polygon. You see frequency polygon, along x-axis is class mark or midpoint, along y-axis is frequency, whatever it is, and in the same graph we have drawn in the same graph paper two different graph. You see blue ink graph is for section A people and the red ink graph is for section B people. Okay, so this is the complete solution for this question. Okay, once you can see the whole graph, I will show you the whole graph. Okay, whole graph paper visible. Yes, the whole graph is visible. Okay.